Heat stay comes to a close after this race. It's race 12 out of 20 this weekend. Heat 3 senior Rotax. Two different winners so far. Vic Stevens in Heat 1, Boulouette in Heat 2. It is game on for pole position for the Super Heat tomorrow. Boulouette and Vic Stevens, the two race winners so far, line up on the front row ahead of Matej Radenkovic, Jaden Teen, Jort van Wyk, Armand Hamilton, Macaulay Bishop, Kai Hunter, Julian Klausman, Olivier Jonkers, Archie Buttle, Danny Shields, Tom Longnois, Christopher Holst, Lawrence Herboz, Mika van der Pavet, Thomas Behrman, Gustavs Uzakovs, Sverre Ubben and Sebastian Koch round out the top 20. Freddie Ingram, Bram Plomp, David Outlechner, Luca Prima, Alex Duncan, Puck Gubbles, Lado Guenice, William Norbeek, Martin Geiskens, Ralph van der Pavert, Scott Westhovens, Giorgio Markenstein, Dante Simmer, Rein van der Meer and Sam Bergstein round out the 35-strong grid. Other drivers that have featured in the top three. Heat 1, Jaden Teen was second, Matej Radenkovic was third. And in Heat 2, Radenkovic second, Macaulay Bishop P3. So there is every opportunity that with a bit of consistency in the top three, maybe Matej Radenkovic could be one to factor in for tomorrow. But now the front two start slowing down on the formation lap. 10 minutes, plus 1 lap still to go. And then after this, the dust will have settled. And for a lot of people will be thinking, oh, you're right, you know what, it's a nice sunny day. Might have a cold beverage or two. I definitely know I'm going to be partaking in some cold refreshment later on this evening with some of the team. But a big thank you to everyone that's tuned in so far on the B&L Karting Series YouTube channel all the way through the day. Big thank you to those that have interacted with us on there. Don't forget, you can head to our social media channels and you'll be able to click on those links for Facebook, Instagram and TikTok on the description underneath this particular live stream. But tomorrow will be a different day. The thing is, Jaden Teen will still more than likely be leading the championship, but it's dependent on how his rivals get closer and closer still towards the midway point of this season. So we are in starters orders. Red lights on the gantry. Here we go. Revs rise into the tram lines. Lights are on. And the lights have gone out. We're underway. And Radenkovic gets up into P2 already. Vic Stevens up down to third. Jaden Teen down to fifth as everyone makes their way through the first time at turn 2. And it's 2x2 Noah's Ark style coming out of 3. It could be very, very close indeed. Close quarter here in Senior Rotax. Through turn 4, everyone threads their way through. Down into Chemin de Fer at turn number 6. It is very, very close indeed. But already Boulouette starting to have a little... Well, Boulouette is not leading at the minute now because someone else, that's a Bouvin-powered kart I see up front. That looks to be Vic Stevens more than likely, or maybe even Matej Radenkovic. Jaden Teen could be second. Over the line to complete the opening lap. Leading the way, it is Vic Stevens. Jaden Teen now up to P2. Loetz, Radenkovic, Van Wyk, Hamilton, Bishop, Bustle, Hunter and Klausman round out the top 10. And you see at the... Oh, well, that's going to be a change for the lead. Jaden Teen gets through on Vic Stevens. And now the fight really begins. The fight for supremacy in Senior Rotax. And what's more, well, Loetz didn't factor into the top 3 in the first heat. In Heat 2, he won with a pretty standout drive. However, 8 1/4 minutes plus 1 additional lap remains until we call time. We get some respite, some welcome relaxation this evening before everything is put to the test tomorrow as Loetz looks for the move for second. through T1. Radenkovic nearly made it 3 wide. Coming out of turn 1, Louet gets through. Louet gets through. Radenkovic through. Stevens down to 4th. It was a case of push or shove. And, well, Louet went, I'm going to go with the former, thank you very much. But he's got Radenkovic right in his wheel tracks on the run down to turn number 6 at Chemin de Fer. There's, I think, 3-2-3. Jort van Wijk is there. And, oh, dear, Julian Klosman and Christopher Holst hit trouble through out of turn number 6. And there's more argy-bargy. I think I just saw Scott Westhovens in the background from Slangen Karting in the 356. So Klosman has been bumped down the order unceremoniously there after contact with Christopher Holst. There might have been something that started that domino effect. As now Macaulay Bishop fires it up the inside. Through on Armand Hamilton. Archie Buttle gets through at turn 2. So does Kai Hunter. Ollie Yonkers is now there. So at the back end of that train, now 10th place from 6th. After 3 corners, Armand Hamilton. That's the thing about this first sector, which goes from turn 1 into the exit of turn 2. Oh, Ollie Yonkers gets through at the Piff Paff chicane before Escargot on Armand Hamilton. And now that means that Hamilton's dropping places. I'm wondering if also Tom Langlois might have also gotten through in the meantime. But Jaden Teen is going to try and expand that lead. It was 7 tenths, it's 6 tenths now. Louet 2nd, Radenkovic 3rd, Van Wijk 4th, Vic Stevens, Macaulay Bishop, Kai Hunter, Archie Buttle, Ollie Yonkers, Armand Hamilton. They round out the top 10. Biggest mover up the order. Well, no one's gained more than about 4 places. I see multiple drivers that have done so. Alex Duncan from Hunter Motorsport in the 363. Scott Westhovens in the 356. Sam Bergstein from last to 31st. And everyone else that seems to be... Oh, dear, that was not exactly what needed to happen there between... I think that was Vic Stevens and Macaulay Bishop, possibly. Yes, that was the case. We've had an incident coming out of turn number 4. There are yellow flags at Marshall Post 6, I think. So someone had a bit of an off track. But Jaden Teen has a lead of half a second over Bo Louet. Louet now has gone purple. 55, 6.25 for the young man from Belgium. Radenkovic, personal best, 55.743. Slowest out of the top 3 as Bishop gets through on Jort van Wijk. That's 5th place for the young man from Hoddesdon in Hertfordshire. If anyone might have seen his move around the outside at Christmas Corner earlier on this year at Wilton Mill, do not underestimate that young man from Hertfordshire. Don't also underestimate the man who's now behind him, the current reigning and defending B&L Karting Series champion, and also a man that has defended an O-plate in the United Kingdom successfully. Did it 2 years in a row, I think 2022 and 2023. I'm sure I might be corrected when I speak to him later on, just to get my facts straight. But that was when he was running with Dan Holland Racing. Now he's running with his brother's team, and he's also running with the number 1 as the leading driver in the Motorsport UK British Kart Championships. 4 minutes 10, plus an additional lap still to go. Top 5 rounded out by Macaulay Bishop, covered by just over 2.5 seconds. The gap between Mateo Radenkovic in 3rd and Vic Stevens in 4th is around about 1.4 seconds, give or take. Still some battles up and down the order. Sverre Ubben outside of the top 20. Sverre Ubben was right at the sharp end of the championship table coming into this round. Again, with a championship season, yes, there is that need for consistency, but there is also that need for having a little bit of luck. Now, Alan McNish, 3 times the Le Mans 24 Hours winner and also a World Endurance Champion with Audi. I remember him saying, in Truth in 24, the original behind-the-scenes look at Audi's dominant run at the Circuit de la Sarthe. He said, I don't believe in luck, I believe in preparation. Well, in karting, you do have to have a little bit of luck, Nothing against Alan. I've met the man, lovely individual. Spoken to him many times about motorsport, and a great guy and a great advocate for racing at any kind of level, from grassroots right up to top tier. And he's also part of the broadcast crew for the World Endurance Championship this year, and has been for a number of seasons. But at the meantime, 2 minutes and 40 still to go, plus an additional lap. And Jaden Teen starting to stretch the legs out on the Lando Norris kart underneath him. The 3.59, the gap now, well, Bolowet is trying to close that gap in, and Loet's just gone. Oh, new fastest lap. Hello, Archie Buttle. Where is he? Archie's currently just outside of the top 10, just behind Lawrence Herboz in the 3.98. So at the minute, well, looking at it from this perspective, looking at it from this way, okay, Stevens. Oh, this could be very, very interesting indeed, because out of everybody in the top 3, okay, Jaden Teen, I'm going to say it like this. Bolowet was outside of the top 3 in the opening heat. Vic Stevens was outside of the top 3 in the second heat. I think it could be close. It could be very, very close indeed. Mateo Denkovic has been in the top 3 in all 3 heats. A third in heat 1, a second in heat 2, a third in heat 3. He's got to try and do something. Maybe if he can get past Bolowet, that's 2 seconds and a third. But the biggest problem is that, well, Jaden Teen, yes, featured, was second in heat 1. Wasn't in the top 3, heat 2. So I'm going to wait until the ranking after heats get confirmed and what that looks like on our social media later on. But 2 laps to go. Jaden Teen looking to pick up his first win of the weekend, giving the motivational spur for tomorrow's super heat and final. Of course, all drivers will go through. There's no super heat A or super heat B after this one, where after those 2 super heats, the top 36 will then go through to tomorrow's top 36 final. However, timer is counting down significantly. So, 1 more lap to go after this. Jaden Teen is going to make it 3 different winners, but that's dependent on the 2 behind. Luet and Radenkovic, second and third, as we hurtle our way through turn 1, now into turn 2 for the final time here on lap 12. And Luet trying to go round the out. Oh, dearie me, Bo Luet tried something special. He tried to... I have not seen in at least a year and a bit someone trying to go around the outside of turn 4. But Bolowet had stones of steel. I'd like to say my other preferred methodology of how to say that, but I can't because it's not really broadcastable. But let's just say he was definitely feeling brave. Let's put it that way. But 3 different winners. Jaden Teen takes heat 3 ahead of Bolowet. Mateo Dankovic, I think, might be on the front row tomorrow. It's an outside bet, but could be on the outside of the front row for tomorrow's super heat. Macaulay Bishop picks up 4th ahead of Vic Stevens. Kai Hunter keeps himself in the top 10 all the way through the day. Finishes 6th ahead of Jort van Wijk. Ollie Jonkers, Armand Hamilton, Lawrence Herboz rounds out the top 10. Archie Buttle, Thomas Behrman, Danny Shields, Gustav Usakovs, Tom Longnoir, Sverre Ubben, Christopher Holst, Freddie Ingram, Alex Duncan, Luca Brima, David Outleichner, Julian Klausmann, Mika van der Pavert, Scott Westhoven's Bram Plomp, Sebastian Koch, Puck Gubbles, Sam Bergstein, Martin Gaiskens, Giorgio Markenstein, Dante Simmer, Rein Vandermeer and William Norbeek round out the 35 strong. 3 different winners. Tomorrow's going to be feisty in senior road tax for the Superheat and the final.